Christmas morning, 1868. The old wooden chapel stood alone at the edge of the plantation, its paint peeling, its windows fogged by breath and candle smoke. Formerly enslaved men and women gathered quietly, newly freed but still afraid. Freedom was written on paper, but fear still lived in their bones. The service was meant to be simple, a prayer, a hymn, a reminder that God had not forgotten them. But something else came. As the preacher began reading from a worn Bible, the air inside the chapel changed. The candles flickered violently, though the doors were closed. A low hum filled the room, soft at first, like distant wind moving through trees. Then it happened. One woman near the back stood up suddenly. Her eyes were open but unfocused. She began speaking in a voice that did not sound like her own. The words were sharp, rhythmic, and completely unfamiliar. No one recognized the language. Moments later, 6 more rose, men and women of different ages, from different plantations, some who had never even spoken to each other before that day. 7 voices filled the chapel. They spoke at once, but somehow the words did not clash. They overlapped perfectly, weaving together like a single message split into many mouths. Some sounded ancient. Some sounded harsh and broken. Others flowed like chanting. The preacher dropped the Bible. People fell to their knees, convinced they were witnessing either a miracle or a warning. What made it impossible was this. Later accounts claim the voices spoke fragments of languages. None of them could have known Latin, Hebrew, and something scholars later described as structurally older than any recorded African dialect. The episode lasted exactly 7 minutes. When it ended, all 7 collapsed at once. They remembered nothing, but the chapel never felt the same again. Neighbors reported hearing whispers there at night, especially on Christmas Eve. Some claimed the words spoken that morning were not prayers, but names of the dead. Names of those lost in chains whose bodies were never buried. The plantation owner ordered the chapel closed within weeks. By the following year, it burned down under unexplained circumstances. No official record explains what happened during that Christmas service of 1868, but among the freed families, one belief endured in silence, that for 7 minutes, the voices of the enslaved past, present, and forgotten had finally found a way to speak.